YAC stands for Youth Advisory Council, and it's a group developed by the Southern Nevada Water Authority to involve kids or high school students in water issues in Southern Nevada. So they spend their school year learning about water issues, and then throughout the year they develop their own project, which they present to the board to try to bring in some fresh ideas and a youthful perspective on water issues.
These teens are just 3 members of the Youth Advisory Council. Throughout the year, members of YAC learn about water issues and develop their own project to promote awareness about these issues to their peers. And in the course of their time on the council, these teens learned some eye-opening facts about water here in the valley.
One thing that I didn't really know was that, you think water waste would be all inside, but mainly our water waste is stuff that we do outside. That's like sprinklers. So all the water we use inside gets recycled, but you wouldn't think that all of the problems that we have with water waste is from outside and landscaping.
One thing that I learned that I was able to share with my family and friends is that the Southern Nevada Water Authority pays you to take your grass out, and I thought that was really good because a lot of my neighbors have grass and I don't think any of them know that you get paid to take it out.
Some of the takeaways were definitely that we're so blessed to be able to just turn on a faucet and have water for us right there, and around the world many people don't have that, and I've become so much more grateful that we have that privilege, and just the fact that we have an impact on that, and we need to show our gratitude for that by taking action to preserve our own society and water here.
When it came time to selecting a host for the YAC program, the Springs Preserve and their education team was an instinctive choice for the Southern Nevada Water Authority.
Well, of course, the Springs Preserve history of being the original water source for Las Vegas is always a good place to start the YAC education. And then the facility itself, it's built for students. It's the perfect place for them to begin their experience with YAC. And the people who work here especially are used to working with students, and they're great role models. They're great at, answering any questions.
The action the council decided to take this year was to put on the Youth Water Summit, an expo designed to educate their peers on the workings of the Las Vegas water system. A general invitation was sent throughout the valley to all interested schools, and on the day of the summit, more than 400 students showed up at the Springs Preserve to hear what YAC had to say. But this expo was far from a series of dry lectures.
So we have a couple of activities led by my fellow YAC members. So one of them is an activity to demonstrate how water infrastructure works, and it's basically a giant activity where you have to carry water from one place to another, and it demonstrates that when you use infrastructure, it can never be completely efficient.
Other activities and presentations were developed in hopes of instilling the importance of sustainability, exploring water conservation practices, and explaining how the water infrastructure works, both locally and on a worldwide level.
These kids are going to be running everything in the future, so I think it's important for them to start learning now, especially with things such as population growth and climate change. Water is going to be more important than ever in the future, so they need to be ready and prepared.
By empowering members to inform and influence their fellow peers on water issues, the Youth Advisory Council is more than just another student club. It's helping build future leaders out of today's local teens.
When I applied to the Youth Advisory Council, it was because I wanted to put myself out of my comfort zone, and that definitely did. And I learned more about conservation and my impact on my community, and it was a great experience, and I found more of a passion for just activism and what we can do as youth to make a change in the world, and that's definitely what the Youth Advisory Council has taught me this year.
The Youth Advisory Council starts recruiting in September. If you or a teen you know is interested in joining, the application is online at snwa.com. No faculty recommendation needed.